Making batteries for EVs even better. That's our Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Joining us is GM Engineering Project Manager Lawrence Ziehr. Hi, Lawrence.
Hi, how you doing?
Great. Well, what we're talking about today is technology your team has developed called Ultium Energy Recovery. What is it, and what will it mean for vehicle owners and users?
Sure. So Ultium Energy Recovery is a system that will be part of our entire Ultium platform that goes after reclaiming, recovering energy that would otherwise be wasted. We're able to store that energy, use it, but the bottom line is that our customers will see, I'll say, farther or more range with their electric vehicles than they would without.
Well, describe for us what you mean when you're saying you're recovering energy that would be wasted.
Yeah, so an electric vehicle, unlike an ICE or gas-powered vehicle, it does not have nearly I'll say, the waste energy, but it does have some, right? Like there are, every time you move electrons through the vehicle, or if you move, electricity, from the battery to the motors, you're producing waste energy. Now, it's at a lower, what we call like a lower quality, it's at a lower temperature, but there is some, and it's small, there is some waste energy, and that's throughout the vehicle. When we charge the vehicle, when we drive down the road, when we regen, there's waste energy produced. So we go after all of that waste energy, and then we go after ambient energy, right? So there's the ability to pull energy out of dehumidifying air, for instance. But all of this, we're going after these different sources of energy in order to offset the electrical energy, what we'd otherwise use from the battery. And this is really I'll say, what's the benefit to the customer is to be able to keep that precious energy for using to drive down the road, for instance.
Even the body heat energy of the driver and passengers?
Yeah, even the body heat of the, yes. So there's certainly modes and conditions where we can we pull body heat, or in use of we pull the energy from the cabin and turn that into heating energy that otherwise we put back into the cabin. So yes, essentially that happens, and it's capable of doing that.
Yeah, you have to wonder how much difference can all of that make in reality? What does it boil down to? How much range
Yeah,
increase might you see here?
yeah, upwards of 10% of range increase. I mean,
Wow.
and that's fairly significant when you put it in terms of batteries.
All right. So describe for us, if you would, getting the most out of batteries is important because I suppose we still don't have a green infrastructure to do all of the charging of EVs that are going to be out there as they grow in number here. So making the most of the batteries is important here, right?
Yeah, and you certainly, I think it really comes down to this translation of what my expectation is as a customer. I get in my car, I'm able to go to grandma's, if you will, and I don't have to worry about cold or hot. Like these are things I think as a customer that will have a car that's not something that they have to plan around, right? Like every time I need to drive somewhere, I have to kind of have this plan before I do it. It's really kind of the sense that the vehicle is most optimal and is able to go the distance that I think it should, and certainly for a vehicle that's limited on battery, that becomes a big deal, right?
Sure. And I guess the other aspect of this is that the technology that you're using to recover this energy can't be so expensive that it doesn't make sense. So you
Yeah,
had to do this in a way that makes sense.
yeah, absolutely, and that's a really good point. I think that when we put this in terms of electric vehicles, we're trying to make a competitive product, one that all of our customers can experience. And the cost of these parts, it's really in how you design the system. It's really how you put those parts together is really the big deal.
And what you have now with this Ultium energy recovery, that's being put to use today. This isn't 5 years from now or
Yeah,
anything like that, right?
absolutely. This is available now on our Hummer EV. We are launching the Cadillac Lyric, and will be available in all of our Ultium-based vehicles.
Terrific. Well, congratulations on the continuing innovations there. And I suppose we can say we're probably in the early stages here in figuring out how to maximize energy. I mean, this is an accomplishment, but the work continues, I
So,
assume.
yeah, absolutely. And we've made a lot of great progress, and we'll continue the work. But it's definitely progressing.
Terrific. Lawrence Ziehr, thank you so much for taking the time with us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.